all right, let's get the show on the road. Ready to start streaming. I think I'm finally getting a new schedule set up. Maybe, we'll see. Anyway, in the last stream, we got this bulk storage area set up. I'm gonna turn the music down. It's a little loud on my end. Probably have to turn it up for you guys though. There we go. That's probably good. We'll see where that gets us. Anyway, last stream we set up this bulk storage area, which I have continued to expand. Storing lots of stuff in it now. Salts, tons and tons of stuff that's all really good to have in bulk and nowhere else. Yeah, so it's very modular. I ended up setting up the return system for it, which is this nonsense right here. Subnet goes burr. Anyway, in between streams, me and my friend, we got another EEC set up. This one's what is this mob called? Slime beetle. Yeah, slime beetle. That was for the upgraded conduits. The crystalline pink slime ender fluid conduit. That's such a long name. Lightly waxed weathered cut copper stair. Freaking name kind of do right there. Anyway, no, this required, I should say, because I have it, congealed purple slime as well as crystalline, which is the previous tier. So we got that squared away. It was great. We now have upgraded conduits. Well, twice upgraded conduits. As well as in between streams, we have completely exhausted every single channel in the entire auto crafting area. So that is a really big problem that I'm gonna have to solve soon. I set up this pathway. I like it. I think it's nice. Concrete goes burr. And I set up catwalks along the edges, so I can't just like I can run along them without jumping up onto them. Honestly, I thought it was brilliant, but I think all my crap is better than it is. I expanded the AE building. I don't know if that was in the last stream. I'm pretty sure it was. This building is new, and so is the hole. This massive hole of a building is going to house dozens and dozens of gas turbines, combustion engines, maybe even some nukes. I mean, this is going to be the power hole right here. Let me rephrase it. This is the whole... This is the building in which I'm going to produce power. Yes. What else is new? I think that's all the stuff I'm gonna reveal for now. One more big thing is I finally stabilized hydrogen production via electrolyzing ender pearl dust. I think it's stabilized. Okay, yeah, it's positive, so that's good. Now the only big one is hydrogen. Screw hydrogen. I can never keep any of this crap stocked. I'm gonna have to figure out a better source of ammonia soon. But honestly, I might just have to get some overclocks on these chemical reactors producing it. But again, that requires me having more ammonia. So lovely. So more ammonia is necessary. Not ammonia. Is it ammonia? Oh no, it's hydrogen. It requires having hydrogen. The one thing I can never keep stocked is what I absolutely need more of. And as of right now, my only surefire way that I can think of making it is bees, because of course it's bees. Everything is bees. Whatever, I'll have to get industrial apiaries soon enough anyway, which requires yet more bees to get silky propolis, to get the woven silk, to get the sifters, to get the industrial apiary, to get more silk, and to get more hydrogen. Everything revolves around bees. I hate bees. I love them. They're so good. They're powerful. Hate getting them. But as of right now, my only other main idea for bulk producing hydrogen is to more efficiently process my methane. Right now I'm using methane and I am just directly electrolyzing it 1 to 4 in electrolysis, 1000 to 4000. However, I came across this recipe that allows me to do it 1 to 8 methane distilled water. If it was 1 to 4 like it typically is, it'd be 10,000 to 40,000, except it's half of that. So it uses half the methane to produce the same amount of hydrogen. It's honestly something I don't know why I didn't invest in sooner. It can either make CO2 or I can make carbon monoxide. Either way, I can figure out a use for that. I can either turn it into more oxygen or I can do whatever with it. I can store it for processing later. I mean, there are options here. So I was hoping to get that set up soon as I A, have space for it, and B, am able to migrate the systems and produce probably 2 times as much as I am right now. I'll have to give this whole dedicated setup a complete destruction and redone. I'll probably have to do it in a multi-block centrifuge that'll have the overclocks, it'll have the parallels. I mean, multi-blocks it'll be essential that I have it a multi-block at this point. Otherwise, it just does not make enough. I mean, it doesn't even make enough to run this thing 24/7. So, I mean, it's pathetic how little I'm making in this setup. I have all the dimethylbenzene, all the 1,3,1,4 dimethylbenzenes. I have methane. I have all of that in industrial production being sent directly to this electrolyzer, and I still don't have enough hydrogen. It's a really, really big problem. Maybe nitrogen isn't as positive as I thought it was. Anyway, I'm having tons of chemical shortages. The one thing I finally have going for me is oxygen, but that doesn't get me hydrogen or nitrogen. Alternatively, I could just take everything I'm doing right here and just do it harder. This will produce the hydrogen and nitrogen. I think it makes hydrogen at least. Yes, it does. Not very much, but it does make some. So probably multi-block compressor, more freezers, multi-block centrifuges, electrolyzers. I'm gonna need to set up a whole big system right here. And maybe not even right here. In fact, probably not right here. But a dedicated system is a necessity, which I have. It just needs to be scaled up a lot. So that's the outline of the next week or two. But that's not today's plan. Today's plan is in this chest, the platinum line. Okay, so I did some research, and level maintainers are absolutely adequate to make one heck of a plat line, needing only 2 LCRs, 1 blast furnace, and a sifter to do the entire thing, instead of a dozen LCRs. It uses a fraction of the power. It does it in magnitudes of efficiency. I mean, it's just so much better. So it's exactly what I will be doing. In this chemical housing building over here, I ran AE into it via this right here, which is a bunch of facades. So I've got AE in here. This is a dedicated line with, I think, 7 channels remaining for my subnet controller. So I can have 7 peer-to-peers in here, which I can imagine is going to be plenty if I subnet properly. So that's that for now. So that's the plan. I'm most likely going to dedicate either this or this corner to the Platline. Most likely this one because it's already got the AE closest to it. Get some water real quick. Make sure to stay hydrated. Water is very important. Anyway, yes, platinum line. I love these compressed chests. You can just pick them right up. I need more heat-proof machine casings, which I think I had crafting. Yes. I've got a bunch of HSG coils crafting up to upgrade some of the blast furnaces. I'm probably going to upgrade one of these two, most likely this one because it smells black steel and I want that faster. I got the other HSG blast furnace, sorry, running at IV, so it's much faster, thankfully. I need cable. I'll just grab some dense cables of any color, really. I can imagine I'll use a bunch of different colors. Quartz fiber to power the subnet. A controller for the subnet. I can't imagine I'll need more than one for this. That being said, I will need at least one. I'm probably going to give it a terminal. But I'll wait for some crafting CPs to be available. That reminds me, I also need to make some crafting CPs for the subnet. This is going to be one heck of a subnet. I didn't grab peer-to-peer. That's one of the things I said I needed to grab and I didn't. I don't have any bases ready to use. So, I'll just slap another one of those on. I'll just use a regular cable from now. I'll fix it later, I say. Fucking type, jeez. Blue is mainnet. I'm gonna get some catwalks and maybe some more bit. I'll probably want a lot more than that, but I can't craft it because my CPUs are full. I'm making myself some space to walk. That should be sufficient. They're not even, so it's gonna bother me. I fix it. There we go. Oh, I didn't grab any of the. I can probably just run the EBF at what, HV, right? Because it's only used for reciprocated, not reciprocated, refined. That can be run at MV with copper nickel. Oh wow, I could do this really cheap. Do I want to do it that cheap? Because this is going to be a 24/7 power draw. Might not be a bad idea doing that, honestly. Just use the upgraded coils and get the speed bonus from them. I mean, I got tons of MB hatches. And tons of gas turbines. Might as well. No, except I need one more peer-to-peer. Not one more. I'll probably take the entire bit of them. I'll probably want some dual interfaces. I better get those craftings. What I would say if I had any CPUs available. If there weren't fluids in here, I'd absolutely just hit cancel. Because that's not going to get crafted anytime soon. Input, output. I can't imagine I'll need fluid on here because I think it's only good for one recipe. Oh, muffler, which goes on the top, and maintenance. I don't have any maintenance on me. Luckily, I crafted some. I think that's the main stuff. I'll just throw nichrome on there. It's cheap and I have tons of it left over. Oh, perfect height to not mess with the muffler. Very nice. I like that. Set up the sifter. This requires a 5x5 area if I remember correctly. All right. Ran out of casings. I expected that. What do I have to run the sifter at? What do I have to run the sifter at? Wait, what? Where's the sifter? Did I click on something too much? Platinum salt. Oh, and I can run this at LV? I'm not going to because of the time of 30 seconds, and it only does one at a time, and it's going to be the bottleneck of everything already. Yeah, actually, I'll run this one at HV just because it's going to be such a bottleneck. Oh, it placed a hatch right there. I'm just missing input output and muffler. I'll just show muffler on the back of it. Both complete structures. I want to build them separate because I want them to be completely separate entities. I always forget the actual block on these ones goes a block up. Input there, output there. Input there, output there. I didn't give it an energy hatch. Now, in order to process platinum, oh, this can be done at LV as well. All right, so I guess I'll run these MV. I'll bring this over a little bit. That. Nitrobenzene. I didn't bring any pipe with me. I guess I go through the multi-block to do that. Not freaking voice crack. Oh, I gotta redo all that now. Yep. But I get the soldering alloy recharged. Not alloy, iron. I'll bring this facing outward so I can actually reach it. All right, there's power to all the machines. I'll do that. Chug a potion. Where did I put that controller? No, wait, really, where did I put that? Where did I guess I must have put it back in the system or something? No, I am down one. I just have no idea where it went. Interesting. Looks ugly right now. And hey, Solarius, how are you doing? It's not bad. It's kind of ugly with the yellow, but it's not bad. Currently working on the Platline, and currently waiting on AE to finish crafting things so I can craft more things. I ended up looking over the level maintained Platline the guy was telling us about in the last stream. Holy crap, it looks promising. It's able to do the entire Platline with just 2 LCRs, an EBF, a sifter, and I think there was another machine or two, but I can't remember what they were. So I'll probably find out halfway through. But as of right now, I think this is everything I need for a basic Platline. Um, that being said, I did craft the wrong interfaces. I needed dual and I made regular. So I need dual. I made regular. Sorry, I scratched that. Things done? Nope. Things are very much not done. Everything seems to be waiting on this one right here. Playing ATM 10 with your son, nice. How you enjoying the pack? I've heard it's good. I just haven't played it for myself yet. They're okay. Not amazing, but not bad. That's fair. They'll start getting pretty similar after a while. New player friendly, absolutely. It's probably ATM is one of the packs I started playing on. I feel like the vast amount of mods they just have is a great way for you to explore new things that you didn't know about previously. A2 started and he was quite impressed with auto crafting. Auto crafting is a marvel of engineering. It is truly wonderful. He wanted to make more hydroponic beds, and I told him he could autocraft them. Blew his mind for a moment. Absolutely. The ability to just tell the computer, hey, I want this, and the computer makes it for you is such an amazing idea. That's a really crappy uh, CPU arrangement right there, but you know what? It works for now. So we good. Thinking about how cool it'd be to make a DNA storage mod. That would be pretty cool. I can imagine it would have a lot of really neat, interesting features. I would love to really get into to really make mods, but my modding knowledge on how to create them starts and ends in M Creator. All right, set all those. Feel like you made it to HV and now you feel stuck. Choice paralysis. I know the feeling. It is overwhelming the amount of things you can do in the pack once you reach HV. Considering doing witchery so you can do AE2 in HV. I thought AE2 was gated behind titanium. What does witchery offer for that? I had to change biomes to radiated wasteland and possibly spawn stably constructs. Oh, macerate this, centrifuge it, and you get titanium and uranium. Honestly, that's a strat right there. That is a strat and a half. That completely skips the need for to go to the moon. Uh, you don't need to go to the moon with that route. You get uranium, which is normally a Mars material. You get titanium. It doesn't require bee breeding. So that's 4 really big pros right there. Honestly, that seems like quite the strat. Also, since I have 9 titanium, I will make the beat. Gotcha. So using the strat to make infinite resources to get more infinite resources from bees. I mean, like that's a plan right there. That is a complete moon skip right there. That is awesome. I didn't even think something like that was possible. That's awesome. Not sure what you want to do though. That's fair. You know what? The best part about this pack is there are tons of options for doing absolutely everything. And then dual interface, dual interface. Feeling the restart itch that has plagued me from this pack for years, really trying to fight it off. um, I felt the same thing, and honestly, the best piece of advice I can give for not restarting is, surprisingly enough, not really progression, but more so base building. The more I build my base, the less I feel the urge to restart because I feel like it's all of this that I'm leaving behind, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and I always hate the idea of abandoning worlds because I mean there's so much, every world tells a really big story, and I just love that. Always want to see it as lessons learned taken forward. Just something in my throat. You know what? I feel like that's a pretty good way to looking at it, honestly. But in that case, the advice I have is just press forward. Seems kind of generic, but I feel like it is the way. Uh, 4 dual interfaces. Please, I'm gonna get some water real quick. My throat is just something stuck. That's better. I'm not sure I'm gonna have to give this drives or not, but just in case I do, I'm gonna make a fork. Really want to push this run. I think I need to lay some kind of plan, objective for several things, then draw one from a hat and go for it. So I'm doing so far. It's worked. Honestly, that's genius. The biggest thing that's plagued me is not being able to make a freaking decision on anything that I'm trying to get done. Throwing a bunch of options into a hat and drawing them is genius. Also, I might absolutely steal that idea. Might force me to do something useful for once. Yeah, I love that. I very much might be stealing that. Oh, hey, the CPU's available. Let the fates decide. Absolutely. The decision of the hat. Which one I need? Hatches or buses? Buses. Hat equals random.org in this case. What is random.org? This better not be a virus. Oh, it's just a true randomness site. Neat. I may be taking advantage of that for like stream gambles or something. I don't know. Indeed it does. Wow, this is already devolving into such a chaotic mess. I love it. Oh, thanks for wearing off. I should grab more cable. Never send you a virus site. Oh no, I absolutely trusted that you wouldn't. I was just making a joke. Sorry. And I don't mind links in chat. Not even thinking about it. It doesn't. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. I was just making a joke. Sorry. Do not even worry about it. I don't need those. Always good to manage to ask first. You know what? I don't mind if there's a link in chat. I couldn't care less. What was I just doing? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, another CPU is available. In that case, 10 duels. I feel like the biggest bottleneck right now is still the little EBF that could. Even though it's been upgraded to IV, it's got HSSG coils. It still takes 45 seconds per average craft. It's bad. So many times I've considered just pulling the trigger and creating a mega EBF just to say screw it and get rid of all of my blasting needs. It's funny playing packs with my son ends up feeling my son ends up feeling like wrapped presents for him. Much time building my own infrastructure so he can things he wants whenever he can play. Nice. Mega EBF, do it. Every day I get a little closer, I'm gonna be honest. I just can't justify the 8,000 borosilicate glass. Not borosilicate glass, 8,000 boron. Actually, how much? I have a recipe for that. How much does it? Mega EBF structure 1007 borosilicate glass in the hat. Oh, it's a terrifying item to put in a hat. It's a terrifying thing. It's easy. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. It's just a matter of it's a lot of boron. A lot of boron. A lot of boron that I do not have. What are some easy sources of it? You get a literal truckload from salt from bees. Honestly, I might just get a salt bee. It seems like really convenient boron, and right now I don't have any source of boron. I didn't bother getting the salt bee because I had salty root in the overworld, but that farm hasn't been on in such a long time that I feel like the salt bee is just the next logical step. Comes as dust, no processing needed. Wait, seriously? Oh my word, it does. Oh, that's awesome. As well as lithium comb. I'm always running out of lithium. That is fantastic. That'll be added to the list of bees that I need. A list of, I think, 11 bees at this point. Made 4 salt bees. Honestly, I have yet to make a bunch of bees. I probably should get on that, but I just haven't felt like it. What else did I have crafting? That's waiting on rubber, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. Oh, it just happened. I take that right the way back. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say that from now on. In the hat is a terrifying prospect for some things. Like, just, man, I can't wait to get the Stargate in the hat. Now, put the Stargate in the hat. And if you draw it out, you have to do that immediately. Like, that is a terrifying prospect. The hat could be an absolute game ender. You cannot make Stargate. You could make Mega EBF. You're right. I absolutely could. You know what? If this Twitch channel ever reaches partnership or whatever it's called that allows you to do like Twitch point redemptions, I may make it like every 1,000 points you can put another item in the hat and I have to draw it out like every stream. So the point of every stream is just completely determined by the hat. That'd be kind of funny, actually. Only the things into the hat are things you can actually do. Oh, that'd be awful. That would be such an interesting progression. That would force some really... I mean, there'd have to be some general rules for that. Like, anything that you need to do in order to reach the goal you pull out of the hat, you're allowed to do. But anything else is like, no, you cannot do that. You must fulfill the hat's prophecy. I might do that. Setting rules for you adding to the hat on your own even. Oh yeah. I probably have to put like a baseline few things into the hat. But I mean, the majority of it would be really fun if it was like Twitch submission things. That's a terrifying prospect. It's just the hat decides everything. I love that. That is absolutely happening. Yep, I'm doing that. Oh, shut down due to incomplete structure. Yes. Back on, please. I have the hatches for this throw. Have you seen someone have someone through in some power processing that you're not even using? Have someone throw in power processing you're not even using? That's awful. That is awful. That being said, I don't hate the idea because, I mean, it's always nice to have a supplement to nitrobenzene because as of right now, my nitrobenzene is unsustainable at best. Any slight malfunction in any of the machines and it just goes right offline. Suddenly you're doing biodiesel. You know what? That wouldn't even be that bad considering I have 2.3 million regular biodiesel. So honestly, I get this as a byproduct from making epoxoid, so it wouldn't be that bad to do, honestly. It would still suck, but it wouldn't be that bad. Or you know what? Maybe one hat to determine the goal of the stream, and then another hat to say like a random restriction for the stream as well. Such as, I don't know, what would be a good one? Can't change armor, so like I can't switch out the jetpack or anything. So if I need to mess with thorium or literally any radioactive material, it would just kill me instantly because I don't have the hazmat protection. I feel like something like that would be interesting. Play in third person. Oh, that's awful. I mean, I think it's doable. It still sucks, but it might be doable. I'm like, I'll be running into things left, right, and center, but it wouldn't be that bad. Kill Guardian in third person. That's awful. That's awful. I hate that. She's like, get over here. I don't even know I'm swinging, but get over here. That's, or like can only use like iron sword as main weapon for the entire stream on a stream that's like go kill Gaia or no, Gaia. Sorry, it's pronounced. I don't know how to pronounce it. Go kill Gaia or go kill like Chaos Guardian. Only use iron sword. That would be so bad. There would probably be ones that I just have to veto. Sword, I think you mispronounced fists. Is crazy. Beat up the Chaos Guardian with your fists. That's awful. That's horrible, but it's not even. I can imagine that'd be something that comes out of this. And you know, I think that whole idea would be hilarious. I think that's hilarious, but at the same time, I absolutely hate everything about that. That's good though. Yeah, something like that would be fun to do. Content, absolutely. That'd be such a funny prospect for a stream. Man, I really don't like how I don't hate the idea. That is actually such a really good idea. Let the hat decide everything. My word. Oh, duel. Yeah. Jeez, I'm just coughing a bunch today. Where did I put my conduits? In the storage system, of course I did. I need to get wireless soon. You could already be working on that mega EBF. One thing at a time, it's Platline day today. It is Platline day. Yes. I'll make that a quad input on both of them. Assuming I have a crafting CPU available. Yes, I don't. Darn. Why is it making spruce planks? Oh, because it has to replenish all the wood I used. Yeah, I think everything's just waiting on the EBF. Yeah, in some way or another, everything's waiting on the EBF. Again, every day I get slightly closer to making it. I'm gonna pull the trigger one of these days and just it's gonna be the stream goal. If the hat wills it, it's the goal. Tomorrow never comes. Oh my word. I mean, I guess you're right. Okay, yeah. Nitrogen is still not. I even set up a new production line for nitrogen and I still can't mass produce it enough. Okay, so in the English language, it's really interesting. We don't have a word for the day after tomorrow, but we do have a word for when you want to commit the act of throwing somebody out of a window. It's called defenestration, and auto defenestration is when you throw yourself out a window. That being said, we don't have a word for the day after tomorrow. I always thought that was a little strange. That processed quick. Any minute now. I should start programming recipes. Over tomorrow? The day after tomorrow. There is a word for the day after tomorrow. Okay. I will be using that. Noted. Over morrow. Good to know. I guess that kind of makes my joke incorrect. What? We need to find something else there's not a word for. What else is there not a word for? Still funny? Thank you. I'm glad someone thinks so. 2 of these. Yeah, what is there a word? What isn't there a word for that there probably should be? I don't know. I'll have to think of one. Is that good? Yep. That's done. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. In Germany, they have a word for feeling joy at another misery. We don't have a word for that. That's a good point. We should get on that. Learn from a German coworker. Honestly, I feel like our word for taking joy out of others' misery is just being a loser. If that makes any sense. Well, that word has so many items packed into it. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. That's fair. That's probably the recipe I want to do. It gives an entire platinum residue, so I don't have to worry about crafting it. Also learned from Hungarian coworker that there's specific words for the way you love someone. Interesting. That's interesting. Do I want to set this for platinum concrete, concentrate, or residue? Depending on the word you use for love, tells what kind of love. Interesting. That's a really neat thing. That's a really cool thing. Do I want to use residue or concentrate? It is neat until I use the wrong one and tell my wife I love her sister. I can imagine that gets a little bit awkward. She's like, whoops, slipped on that one. On, in, whatever. Diluted sulfuric acid makes that. Do I have an available? Yes, I do. I'll make 2 of these. I'll just steal some empty cells from here. Pastor mom from video, a friend of mine plays GTNH. They're impressed, especially by your auto crafting the massive XP buckets. Again, not my design. I completely took it from Neurotic Goose on YouTube, but I just explained it more thoroughly than he did, I guess. Still cool. I am quite happy with how that mob farm turned out and how it's still working miracles on my everything right now. If I go to AE, I mean, like, this entire row right here, and then half of this row are all materials that I just get from the mob farm. And there's just 65,000 of all of them and voiding because I just didn't have a use to store them all. I need a travel anchor right here. I'm out of CPUs to make one. It is cool, you have to admit, a little intimidating at the thought of building it. Yeah, when I first designed it, I didn't think it would get nearly as big as it did. And I feel like it just kind of got out of hand the more that I used it. Because all of the crafting, the size of the mob farm was all because I was overcompensating on the crafting speed. And in the end, I just ended up toning it down and there was an excess of everything. So, I mean, I didn't design it very well, honestly. There's a lot of improvements that can be made on it. Waiting for the drives. They're going to take a second to craft. Because they're waiting on the EBF. Of course they are. Got my solar grade silicon automated using a rock breaker. Was pretty happy with that setup. Heck yeah. That's really good. I used to have an automated line for it back in the old base, and I just never bothered setting up a new one. I really probably should do that. I'm just running off of backlog right now. Program circuits are something I need. I just don't have any CPUs, as per usual. Blew my mind how much oxygen the obsidian makes when using obsidian dust to make their silicon. Over 300,000 oxygen per stack of obsidian. Wait, seriously? So I'm assuming that you're pulverizing it into dust and then turning it into raw silicon in an electrolyzer. Wow, that gives a lot of oxygen. Because one obsidian turns into 9 dust. So what is that? That is 1. What's that is 64 divided by 12. No, 9 because it's how many you get per craft. No, times, it'd be, yeah, times 9 divided by 12 to get the total amount of operations you can do. Let me pull up a calculator. So that is 64 times 9 divided by 12 to do the total amount. You can do, there's a calculator in GTNH. Where's the, what calculator? Wait, where's the calculator? What? In chat, type equal us. Oh, in chat. Oh. Yo, hold on. Yo, that's awesome. I didn't know about that. That's awesome. And then I'm just gonna do times 8 and then tack on the zeros later, because times 8 will just get me the amount in buckets. 384 buckets, which is 384,000 per stack of obsidian. That is crazy. 384,000 is insane. Wow. If only I could make that much hydrogen. And you get obsidian from redstone and rock breaker. Oh yeah, I forgot. It uses that old callback to like 1.3 no, like 1.2 dot something, where you could make infinite obsidian by making a cobblestone generator and placing redstone in it. For some reason, that created obsidian back in the day. Who knows what Notch was smoking when he made that recipe? Does it consume redstone, or do you just put redstone in and it infinitely makes? Consumes, gotcha. I mean, if we look back at the recipe, okay, it doesn't produce redstone. I mean, redstone is still basically free. It is not hard to make a ridiculous amount of redstone. I mean, that setup seems really good. Yeah, geez, that is crazy how fast that is. Waiting on the EBF, as per usual. HSSG is almost done though. Yippee. Then it'll be TPV, then tantalum, and tungsten steel. Raw silicon, iron, and manganese. I mean, the manganese is kind of. I still haven't found a good use for manganese. Not manganese, uh, magnesium. I haven't found a good use for this stuff yet. It can make magnalum, but I don't know if that's too useful for anything other than Tinker's tools. Um, Mineral water. Know how to use. I don't know how useful that is. It's used in MV superconductor. Duralium, which is probably some late game resource, or that's kind of an tool material. The rotor isn't used for much. I mean, I can't imagine that being too useful. Probably some plate needed in some multi-block or something. But I mean, the iron is a nice source of iron, and it's a great source of oxygen and silicon. Curious, can look into it. Yes, do. I have no idea what it's useful for, if anything. Don't want that. Don't want that either. How am I gonna wire this section? I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room here. Wishing I did. I'm gonna grab some cable anchors. Um, I can't use electrum. Great. Can't use red alloy. Can use tin. There we go. Interface meets interface, I think. Missing channel. Shouldn't be. Oh, there it goes. Now I just need somewhere for that to go. So that's all the platinum different products I need to make. I think what I can do is just shove a bunch of aqua regia into the Platline and just have it cycle forever. I don't think I need to constantly supply it. I think I just need to have it craft itself. Yeah, so I'm going to do this recipe 9 to 1 to 9. This gets processed. Oh, Celarius, you're going to like this one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually create infinite palladium. And the way I figure that is you take your palladium enriched ammonia that you get from your Platline, turn it into platinum salt, take the platinum salt, run it through a sifter for a chance at 9 palladium metallic powder, take the palladium, mix it with ammonia to get palladium enriched ammonia, take that, run it through the chemical reactor to get salt, run that through the sifter to get powder, run that through with ammonia to get enriched ammonia, run that through the reactor to get salt, run that through the sifter to get dust. It is an infinitely recursing loop that the only consumed product is ammonia. Free palladium. Don't mind if I do. I see no reason that with good enough odds, because it is a 1 to potentially 9, I don't see any reason that that wouldn't work for infinite palladium as long as your luck isn't abysmal. So, I mean, free palladium. Basically, what I have for my SGS loops the 8 salt around the system. You just send in raw silicon. Yeah, same principle, except in this case, instead of sending in silicon, you send in ammonia. So yeah, literally free. It is literally free. But the only issue is I can't quite figure out how to tell the computer, how I'm going to tell the A system to stop making palladium and instead make reciprocated palladium, because that's how I continue the chain. Yeah, in order to continue the chain, I need to tell it to stop. And that's how I reclaim the ammonia as well. Wait, can I hypothetically make unlimited ammonia this way? You need to make more than you use? That's a good point, honestly. Just make more than I use. That's a good point. I could just do that. I think if I do it correctly, this might be This might be an unlimited source of ammonia, honestly. Conservation of mass who? I guess we can just throw everything we learned in chemistry away. So that's going to be an interesting thing to try to figure out. The recursive palladium loop. The only thing I can't quite figure out is that looks like it's the end of the Platline, but I know it's not, because like you can get osmium out of this. And I have no idea how to get osmium out of this. Platinum concrete. Unless it was that previous one. Platinum residue. Leach residue. There's rare earth metal, sodium ruthenate. Rare earth metal gets turned into iridium metal. And acidic osmium. Okay, there it is. That's where you get the osmium from. So platinum residue can only be gotten. Oh, wait, that's this. Oh, wait, yeah. I'm going to be getting that anyways. I see. I see. So I just wasn't looking at the very, very far back enough, it looks like. Yeah, platinum residue is turned into leach residue. And that leach residue is rare earth metal, which can be turned into iridium and osmium. That is fantastic. And how do I process those? Iridium goes and makes sludge, and iridium that gets centrifuge for silicon and gold. Not very useful. EBF, absolutely, just EBF it. Iridium solution, ammonium chloride, ammonia and iridium chloride. EBF that with not EBF, chemical react that with calcium to get iridium and a metallic sludge dust, which can be centrifuged into copper and nickel. Not too useful, but honestly, that's the end of that chain. And then iridium is made into acritic iridium, and then iridium chloride, and then no, I already looked at that. Osmium goes into a distillation tower. I did not see that one coming. Which gives you water and osmium solution. Wow, it really doesn't give you a lot. Mountain hydrochloric acid gives you osmium, water, and chlorine. I see. I see. You really do not get a lot of osmium out of this. But I think I know how I'm going to do this. I just need to work on one chain at a time, and I'll work it out from there. Are those drives finished yet? Yes. Oh, I should probably order storage components. I can probably get away with doing 1Ks. Oh, those are multi-fluid storages. I don't want those. Well, I mean, I do want those, but I just don't want those right now for this. And I'll allow myself to store 600 different types of items because why not? I will not need that, but it's nice to have it, I guess. And notify me when that's done, please. Thanks, computer. More flight potion. Look at something for me. Sodium in chem bath. Sodium hydroxide does to electrolyzer. Sodium chem bath. Sodium hydroxide. And then dust into electrolyzer. Oh, you're looking at doing the sodium chain to produce oxygen and hydrogen, right? Is that what you're trying to do here? Is do the recursive sodium loop? It also returns more sodium than what you start with. Yep, it does. Cause does it start with one, get three, use three, get one? No, you get the same amount. It ends the same. If you're gonna do that for getting oxygen and hydrogen, something to be aware of is that there's two different kinds of chains that can do this. This is the more expensive out of the two. You can also do phosphorus pentoxide. This one, phosphorus pentoxide, is turned into phosphorus and oxygen, and phosphorus plus oxygen turns into pentoxide, and pentoxide turns into phosphoric acid, and phosphoric acid turns into tons of stuff. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, honestly. There's in fact a lot of ways to do it. Any moment now, these will be done. I don't have inventory space for it. I can get rid of all that. And here comes the 1Ks. They're about to be done. That's enough inventory space. Perfect. Perfect. Now, how can I make this auto push? How can I do this? How do I? If I do a storage bus instead, now I really want a terminal. Any second now. There we go. I'll just shove it right there. Interesting. Instead, if I do that, oh, I can just see everything in the. That's not what I wanted. Now it's just an extension of my already existing system. What got stored in here? Oh, the saltpeter. What if I flip this around? Alright, that can't see anything. Oh, it's because this isn't on yet. Still can't see anything. Hmm. That doesn't work either. I have no idea what I'm doing. In that case, why do I have so many things open? I'm gonna do this. No, I can't do that. In that case, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find out where I put a world download. This is it. That's I think I'm in the wrong folder. Don't want that. No, I guess I'm in the right folder. I think this is the right file. We'll find out. I think this is correct. Yes. Now, in the world of HamCorp, I need to remember where this guy's platinum line is. Is it in here in the chemical plant? Oh, it's over there. Nope. Ore processing? Yep, this is it. Omar, he didn't mute his sifter. So in this terminal, he only sees the stuff that's actively in his plat line. How? All right, so here's mainnet. Why can I not access the interface? Yo, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I am currently trying to figure out how... Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome. How was your stream? How was your guys' stream? Thank you for all the follows, guys. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, raiders. Thank you for the stream, Vampuri. How was 12 hours of GTNH? New world to return to Twitch? Heck yeah. One heck of an eventful stream. In the 12 hours, where'd you get? Why do I have Canthol wire on me? What the crap? Coke oven, smeltery, water tank? Hey, that's way more than I got my first 12 hours. I think first 12 hours I finally got out of a hole in the ground, then finally got a bed. Tomorrow might get steam up? Heck yeah. You're working efficiently down there. Get that repaired. Yeah, I got Steam in like my first 100 hours or something. I am not playing this pack fast. I'm in it for the long haul. Trying to figure out how on earth to import materials into this plat line. Well, sorry excuse for a plat line. My best guess right now is have an interface, a chest buffer, and another interface. That's my best idea. Started so many times the early games of Blur. Dang, I think this is my second time playing the pack, and the first time I didn't even get it. I didn't even get to Steam. But yeah, I am not an efficient player. Sounds like you had a pretty fun stream though. How am I gonna get items in here? Never heard anyone listen to Dragon Force songs. Honestly, I am a big fan of Dragon Force from Guitar Hero. They're almost all of their songs are just really fun to play. Other than Through the Fire and the Flames. Yeah, it is their most known. Also one of my personal favorites, though I have to say, Killer Queen is pretty good. Soldiers of the Wasteland is really good. They have a lot of good ones. Is this what I want? Is this going to give me items? No. I clearly do not understand A well enough to do this. I'll slap an interface and I'll go get a freaking chest buffer or something. Listening to Ailstorm and Gloryhammer towards the end. Nice. I don't think I've ever listened to either of those bands too much. Not necessarily bands, but just groups in general. Sorry, my throat's been really dry all night. Waiting on rubber, and yep, there we go. Hellstorm of Pirate Metal and Gloryhammer is D&D metal. D&D, I didn't even realize that existed. Sounds awesome. Sounds incredible. Honestly, D&D has got to be one of the greatest games. You can do just about anything you want as long as your DM deems it either crazy enough to work or funny enough to see you fail doing so. It's honestly great. I'll grab an Ivy one. That seems easier. PMP. I need a second one. How long you been streaming? Good question. An hour and almost 50 minutes. I'm probably going to wrap it up at the hour though. I typically stream for 2 to 3 hours. A 12-hour stream is just something crazy. Oh, yeah, that certainly works. Oh, no, it doesn't. Why did that pop off? I didn't give it an interface, that's why. Oh, I meant in general? Oh, it's a good question, honestly. My last documented streams that I have VODs for are almost a year old at this point, but I used to stream on YouTube really, really poorly 2 years ago. That being said, all those streams are long since privated because they were bad. They were really bad. It's like a kid's first attempt. In the good old days, I'd do 16 to 18 routinely. Dang. All right, that's platinum. Very nice. I was on Twitch in the beginning, went to YouTube for months, and back to Twitch for good. I feel like Twitch is just much better of a platform for streaming. I mean, YouTube is great for videos, but for streaming, Twitch just has way more utility and interaction. All right, pattern time. I want to make, where is it? This. And I'll shove this into circuit 9 right here. Vamp goes hard. Yeah. What was I just? Yes, where should I? Right here. So can I request that now? Yes. Aqua Regia. Put crap onto YouTube. To funnel people to Twitch. Yep, that's exactly what I do as well. Yep. And usually I usually just upload the VODs to YouTube, and who knows if anyone actually watches them. I don't. I never check the statistics. They're just there to be there. A few good rates should get you affiliate. I got mine. I got in my radar. Seem pretty chill. Thanks, man. Means a lot to me. Would love to unlock things like channel points. Me and sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Me and Solarius were planning a the hat decides the stream kind of an idea where I after like 1,000 channel points, you put in a name of something like an idea. I put it on a piece of paper, throw it in a hat, and that'll determine the next stream. The beginning of the stream, I draw paper from the hat. Say it says, "Make Mega EBF." That's now the stream's goal, and I feel like something like that would be so funny. Just the hat decides the stream. But for now, Solarius used to frequent me a lot back in the day. Tell him Shroomo said hey. Will do. Aqua Regia. How do I get Aqua Regia in the system now? Better yet, how do I make Aqua Regia again? It's right here. Diluted acid, nitric acid. And this is water plus sulfuric acid. What is a good way of making this? I can mix sugar into it. I don't need a lot of this. I just need enough of it. Grab some of this, probably. No, I'll go 32. And then place GTNH. I don't need a lot of this. Oh my word, I absolutely do. Just comparatively at the moment, I don't need a lot of it. Just at the moment, I don't need much of it. I will absolutely probably have a ton of it down the line, but just a little bit to get started will be just fine because I think I can loop it infinitely. I didn't grab the sulfuric acid. Where am I storing sulfuric acid? I think all the way at the end. I'm almost out of nitric acid. It's not good. There it is. I really need to scale up ammonia production. Oh, I guess that was a quest. Gotta hop off and sleep tomorrow. Stream. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you again, no doubt. Absolutely, man. You know what? Enjoy your night. Maybe I'll end up raiding you in the next stream if we're streaming around the same time. Until then, have a good night, and thanks you so much for the raid. That's 15 seconds per. That's kind of awful. Is that 1-to-1 sulfuric acid? Yes. I guess the charcoal, I can just tell the system to take it. I'll wait for that till I'll finish. I think I can just shove the Aqua Regia and all of the other crap into fluid cells. Because I believe, gotta sleep too. Take care. Thanks, man. And thank you for the follow, everyone. Thank you for the raid. It means the world to me. Yes, definitely. I can shove all the fluids into cells. I'll probably need 5 more just finish out the thing. I can imagine I'll use them. Nice to meet you. See you, man. Thank you for stopping in. Have a good night. Alright, so I think... What else do I need to make Aqua Regia? Nitric acid. I'll just take 32 of it. It is 1-to-1 to 2. Perfect. So in that case, I'll shove the rest of the sugar in there, and that should finish up here. And I should get 32 diluted sulfuric acid. That'll be 64 Aqua Regia, and I can send that looping forever. Perfect. I'll go grab a tank. Pumps. And I'll use this as like a really budget system to import fluids into the network that'll just send looping. I can just put this anywhere. Set that there. Nope, I can't because it needs to be connected to here via a cable. And I'll put that. Well, if I'm going to put it there, I might as well just get rid of that cable and use this one. And then I'll just send fluids in to be inserted. Oh, you know what? I need a discretizer. What is this? Short meat? Interesting. Old man's Denish's glitch Diablo sauce. What is this recipe? Oh, that is some wild drink right there. Chocolate milk is one of the main ingredients. Golden cider, pirate brewed Diablo sauce. I can't even pronounce that. Real Jägermeister. Redstone soup, universal antidote, ambrosia, iced tea, vapor of Leviathan bucket, peppermint tea, Earl Grey, lemon, and milk all combined into this one densely packed soup. That soup's gonna have some crazy side effects. I just know it. Wild soup right there. Well, I'm gonna stay true to what I said. It's reaching. It just hit the full hour, so I think I shall call the stream there. But you know what? Thank you to everyone who followed. Thank you for the raid. It means the world to me. Thank you, Hilarious, for being such a return viewer. It means a lot. And yeah, when I come back, hopefully I figure out what the crap I'm doing with this and have a Platline set up. But time will tell. Until then, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next stream. Maybe catch it on the VOD channel, which I don't think I have linked anywhere. So if you manage to find it, I think it's the YouTube at my ending card. Yeah. Have a good night, and thank you for the amazing stream. Peace.